Welcome back to AG Chelsea TV. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Chelsea Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Chelsea now in talks over deal for £350,000 a week star at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea are in talks over allowing Romelu Lukaku to leave Stamford Bridge for Roma after a major U-turn in their stance. Journalist Ben Jacobs has told GiveMeSport. Blues boss Mauricio Pochettino still has time to freshen up his squad ahead of the transfer window slamming shut on September 1st, according to The Telegraph. Chelsea are in discussions for Lukaku to join Roma on loan for the remainder of the season after he has decided he has no interest in sealing a switch to Juventus. The report suggests the striker, who has scored 15 goals over the course of 2 spells in West London, is expected to link up with former Blues chief Jose Mourinho at the Stadio Olimpico, even though the deal is unlikely to include an obligation to make the move permanent. It is understood that Lukaku is currently training with Chelsea's under-21 squad at Cobham after being frozen out and making his intentions to embark on a fresh challenge clear. The 30-year-old's change of stance over heading to Juventus comes after the Serie A giants have been willing to pay £35 million for his services, although they can only head to the negotiating table if they bank £50 million by selling Dusan Vlahovic. Chelsea have been preparing to push Lukaku to accept an offer from the big-spending Saudi Pro League if a deal with a European suitor cannot be struck, with Al Hilal being among his admirers, although the Belgium international's £350,000 per week contract still has 3 years to run. His days at Stamford Bridge appear to be numbered. Jacobs understands that Chelsea have made a U-turn as they are now open to sending Lukaku out on loan if the deal includes an option or obligation to buy. The respected journalist is aware that the capital club are holding discussions with Roma as backlash from Juventus supporters has ended the former Manchester United marksman's interest in heading to the Allianz Stadium. Jacobs told GiveMeSport, Chelsea still have no intention to integrate Lukaku back into the first-team squad. They have always felt the player doesn't want this either. However, with a permanent move proving hard to facilitate, despite being Chelsea's preference, they will now consider a loan, with an option or ideally obligation. Roma are in talks over a season-long loan, and it's understood the Belgian striker would like the switch over Juventus, which is in part due to backlash from Juve fans. It may prove a quicker deal for Chelsea as well, because Juventus really want Dusan Vlahovic to leave before moving. Chelsea sanctioned a loan departure earlier on Friday as Andre Santos linked up with Nottingham Forest and, according to the Evening Standard, he has set his sights on making a quick-fire debut against Manchester United. The report suggests the 19-year-old, who completed an £18 million switch from Vasco da Gama in January, opted to gain first-team experience away from Stamford Bridge after missing out on a place in the forefront of Pochettino's plans. Bayern Munich prepare Chelsea raid for star Tuchel hasn't forgotten. Thomas Tuchel is eyeing up a deal for one of his former players as Bayern Munich are considering a late move for a Chelsea defender. Chelsea have had a busy summer transfer window to say the least. They have already sold over 12 players this summer, and more players could depart between now and the end of the window. Given how bloated their squad was last season, this summer clear-out was always going to be on the cards. Mauricio Pochettino has done well in navigating a difficult window so far, as the early signs have been promising under the new boss. One player who could still depart between now and the end of the transfer window is Trevoh Chalobah. The 24-year-old is yet to feature under Pochettino, and a move could be on the cards. According to Florian Plettenberg, Bayern Munich have discussions regarding the Chelsea star. Chalobah fits the profile that Bayern are looking for, and Tuchel is said to be a big fan of the defender. The German coach will know Chalobah well from his time at Stamford Bridge, and a move this summer could suit all parties involved. Chalobah is under contract at Stamford Bridge until 2028, and so Chelsea would be able to command a decent fee for him this summer. Given the competition for places in defence for Chelsea, Chalobah himself might fancy the move to Germany, as he would be handed more first-team opportunities. Earlier this summer, Chelsea seemed reluctant to let Chalobah leave as they reportedly placed a £40 million asking price on the defender's head. Plenty has changed since that point though, and the club will now consider bids of around £21.5 million for the defender, according to transfer expert Gianluca Di Marzio. Romeo Lavia to wait a few weeks before Chelsea debut. Lavia completed a £58 million move from Southampton last week after Chelsea fought off interest to land the Belgian international. The 19-year-old was Chelsea's second midfield addition in a matter of days, following the arrival of Moises Caicedo from Brighton Hove Albion for a British record fee of £115 million. However, Pochettino has indicated that fans will have to be patient with the young midfielder currently working his way to full fitness. Speaking ahead of this evening's home meeting with Luton Town, Pochettino told reporters, "Moises is ready to start, Lavia is not. After the fitness coaches assessed him, he needs a few weeks to be ready to be involved with the team. He is reconditioning now and working to try to catch the team and his teammates. For Romeo, we need to wait a few weeks until he is involved with the team." Lavia has not played a competitive game this season, and he did not play more than 45 minutes in any of Southampton's pre-season friendlies. As a result, Lavia is behind his teammates in match fitness, and it appears that Chelsea fans may have to wait until after the international break to see him in action. Darwin Núñez Chelsea squad number confirmed. If Mauricio Pochettino seals Liverpool transfer, Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino has claimed he will give the number 9 shirt to the next striker he signs amid rumours over a move for Darwin Núñez in the final week of the summer transfer window. The legendary squad number has been passed through many strikers at Stamford Bridge, from Gianluca Vialli to Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Tony Cascarino to Hernan Crespo. However, in recent years it has gained something of a reputation amongst the fan base for being cursed. Simply put, many believe that any striker that has gone on to wear the dreaded 9 at Chelsea will simply flop for the club and will not reach the heights expected of them. Players such as Radamel Falcao, Gonzalo Higuain, Alvaro Morata, and Romelu Lukaku have all taken on the mantle in the past 10 years. None of them have managed to find much success at the club, with Tammy Abraham the only notable exception, though he was not deemed suitable for a long-term place in the side and was sold to AS Roma coming into the new season. The shirt was vacant, with plenty of speculation over new forward signings. Chelsea to allow €44.5 million Ajax creator head to London rivals. David Ornstein is today reporting that Ajax have agreed to sell Mohamed Kudus to West Ham for a fee that could rise to €44.5 million. Kudus has been linked with a lot of top clubs this summer, and it's interesting that he will end up at West Ham, despite links to Chelsea and Liverpool amongst others. West Ham have had to wait patiently for the bigger teams to have a look before they've been able to really get stuck in, and they are now spending a big chunk of their Declan Rice money on this splashy summer signing. At that price, we can only conclude that Chelsea just don't fancy Kudus. We know they are interested in signing a player just like that, so the fact they've not at least matched West Ham's bid likely means they've got other players in mind, or perhaps we've decided we won't be bringing anyone in at all. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.